All right, so Connor, as you look at the potential options at offensive line, there's really those four names that everybody keeps talking about. How would you rank that top tier of potential Jets targets at 15?
It has to start with Peter Skoronski. Now, the big variable with him is obviously where he will play at the next level, and then you go down to Paris Johnson, who I think ultimately will be the first one taken in this draft. I think he'll go in the top 10, whether that's as early as Arizona. I'm not betting on that, but maybe even the Eagles at 10. He is well liked, and he's got the length to be a true franchise left tackle. Then you look at Broderick Jones, and in very similar mold to Johnson, he's got that length, that athleticism, doesn't carry any bad weight. He'll be a top 20 pick, definitely one of the favorites to go to the Jets at 15. And then, of course, Darnell Wright, a little bit of a different situation. His success came on the right side. He has started at left tackle, but Tennessee moved him back to right tackle, and he had his best year yet in 2022. But when you center in on Peter Skoronski, and there's a chance he makes it to the Jets at 15, because a lot of teams are evaluating him as a guard only. He's very similar to what the Jets have in Elijah Vera-Tucker, and that's a good thing. That's a big-time compliment. Yes, they are shorter in arm length, but their ability to be consistent in their pass sets, excellent hand placement. You see it right there in pass protection, the ability to anchor from their base and to get working in the run game on the move. I look at Skoronski and just see a future Pro Bowler. I love his upside at guard, but if the Jets think he can play tackle, then that's even more upside there, where you have the flexibility we've seen with Elijah Vera-Tucker in the past. But he's a scheme-proof player. He's been the best college offensive lineman in the country for a couple of years now, and he's going to be ready to roll out of the gate from week one.
And I think what's so difficult, though, about breaking down all of this is that we just don't know who's going to be there, right? I mean, that's the most challenging thing to break this down. I mean, Paris Johnson, right? When we were talking about the Jets picking at 13, he was a favorite. He was the one that a lot of people were mocking to him. And echoing what Draft Connor Rogers said is that I heard the same thing, that he could go to Arizona at 3. So if he's there, then you go to Broderick Jones. Well, will Broderick Jones be there? If he's not there, then you have to go to Darnell Wright. Now, I've heard that Darnell Wright is probably the most athletic tackle in this draft, that he might have some of the most upside, but when you look at some of his film, it is up and down. He is a little hot and cold, and that's why some people don't see him as that top 15 pick. And so for the Jets, what makes it so challenging, and what a problem really that they haven't necessarily had the last few years when they're just picking top 5, and you can say, oh, well, I mean, we're at least going to get this guy here, is that when you're picking down this slow in a draft that is not considered to be one of the best in terms of talent, you just don't necessarily know which of these guys is going to be there. But I think if Johnson's there, they're going to run their card up. But I think it might be Darnell Wright is the one they're going to be debating.
The interesting thing for me to just keep an eye on is if Skoronski is available there, even if the Jets don't feel like he can be a tackle, I wonder if, just given what they saw with AVT last year and that versatility, if they make that pick and say, hey, he can play guard, and we will just move AVT to tackle. I mean, I don't know, and I don't know that he's going to be available.
Wasn't great last year.
No, he
wasn't great last year.
No, he was not. And everybody, that's another thing to focus on. Everybody talks about it has to be an offensive tackle. Guard could be in play there. Who knows?